Hello everyone and welcome back to Polly's Pretties. I am here with day 3 of the August challenge, which is Make It With Me. And today's challenge is tags for August 12th. So I have 3 sitting out here on the desk, and I've got some things I think I want to put on them and some things I want to do to them, and I've got some little gems here, and I think we'll go ahead and get to work. So let me bring you down so you can see them a little better. That's still not great, but I think it's as best as we're going to get at the moment. So, like I said, the desk's still a little bit of a mess. So I think what we'll do is I'll move this one and I'll move this one. I kind of have an idea for those. And I'll start with this one. So what I'm going to do is take these off and show you my tag background. So this is just a piece of cardboard. Okay, and I punched my hole. But I decorated it with just scrapbook paper. Okay. And what I'm going to do first is I've got a metallic marker here. And this is in, maybe, and it's in blue. Sorry about that. Wasn't cooperating. And I think what I want to do is just make some dash lines, not necessarily stitch lines, or maybe it's a long stitch, down the sides and stuff around the tag to just give it a little bit different look. And this is a metallic marker, in case I didn't say that. And my what are these? Dashes or marks or faux stitching is not ever perfectly straight. I don't ever expect it to be. Some of my stitches are shorter than others, some are longer. It just kind of goes however they fit on my tag. Okay, so there's that. Now we can get that out of here. Okie dokie. So I'll pick it up and show it to you. I'm going to try to show you step by step as I do it since it's hard to see my desk. But here's how the faux stitching looks around the edges. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and make my little tie piece for the top because I always have a bad tendency. I'll get my tag done and then I forget to put the tie piece in. So I'm going to go ahead and do the tie piece first. All right. And if you haven't seen me make tags before, I use everything. And I do mean everything. I will use shoestrings that I've bought that don't fit the shoes in the house. I will use ribbon. I will use lace, string, you name it, to make my tag top pieces like this. Because sometimes the strangest thing will look the absolute cutest. Anyway, there's my tag tie. It's just a really cute little blue. Goes real good with the marker. Alright. And for this one, I'm not putting any lace or ribbon or anything like that, but I do have some little wood pieces here. Let me get my trusty old glue gun, and this guy's hot. So fair warning, ladies, if you're working with glue, be careful. And if it says hot, trust me, it is. I've learned the hard way. I burnt the living tar out of one of my fingers and got a nice blister. So do be careful. And these sure bonders are no joke. They really aren't. I love this glue gun though. I really do love it. And this may look like a very simple tag. My tags all tonight may look pretty simple. Because I don't really, I mean, I guess I could do crazy, embellished, over-the-top kind of tags. But I don't know. That's just not my thing. I mean, it's really not. So, I think, maybe, because I see some of the pretty multi-colored little Jimmy Doodle Dolls on here, if I can find the right ones. This is a box my friend dear Miss Boxy Bell gave me, and I'm still working out of it. Here it is years later. But I don't care. That's fine with me. You know what? I know I have a. I want to see something. I know I have. I like those. All right, so that's what I'm doing. All right. This may be a very odd colored tag to some of you, and I'm sorry about that, but it is what I like on it. So we're going to use some purple here. I can get a hold of my glue gun again. All right. So now this is where I got to be careful. This is where it's so very easy to burn myself. And it is daggone easy when you're putting these little gem guys on here to not be paying good attention. Next thing you know, that's it. Oops, come back here, you. All right. So for me, tag number 1 is done. This is all I'm going to do to it. I did a little bit drawing around the outside edge to make like the stitch marks, put my wood veneers on here, and then I put on some of the flat back, like pearl looking gems that are purple. And I think that's a really cute tag. And it's still, if you wanted to use it, you could write on the back of it still. So that's what I have. That's the first one. Now we're not done. We still have a couple more tags to play with.
You didn't before when I yeah. Are you doing video?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're doing a video of your cookies there?
No, I'm doing a video tag video.
Hmm.
Okay, so the next one we're going to work with is a green background, and it is a fabric tag. This is some fabric ribbon I had that I cut the wire edge off, and I glued it down and let it dry, and so this is my little ladybug tag. And we're going to put ladybugs on the ladybug tag. But first, I thought at the bottom here, to kind of just give it a little something extra, we would go ahead and put some of this little eyelet trim. I happen to like eyelet trim pretty well. I don't find it very often. Not in this area. I guess people here don't use it. But I do, ouch, want to go ahead and put some of this, whoop, and I just lost it. Okay, just you want to put some of this on the bottom. Try to get this.
Couldn't find one thing they have, but did you like that thing?
Yes, I did. Hang on. Let me get this down on my strip of hair, and then I will pause and look at that. Ew, that's hot glue. Okay. Again, that's what I say. Don't do that. Cool, thank you. I like that. So my hubby just got this for me, and it's see no evil, speak no evil, okay, and then hear no evil. And it's a little, if I can get the top off, it's like a little candy jar or cookie jar, thing like that. I think that's so cute. That is really adorable. So that is going to go with my Halloween stuff. But for now, I gotta find a safe place to sit you because I'm crafting, my friend. Okay, so all I did was take a little piece of that eyelet trim and add it to the bottom of my tag. Okay, and then I'm gonna come on. Now I do not trust the glue on the back of these magnets. I do not. I just have a thing, or not magnets, stickers. I just have a thing about that. I don't know why. I don't really trust it because I'm afraid it'll come undone. So what I like to do when I can is take a little bit of glue, and you don't have to use a lot. You're just trying to keep it stuck to the fabric piece. Ow, ow, ow. We're going to turn this guy right this way down here at the bottom. And these are foam stickers, and I like foam stickers off and on. I really do. I like felt stickers. You know, just different little things like that. I do. So, I'll take this one. Add a little bit of glue. I'm going to turn this guy this way. Okay. And we're going to take this one. And all three of these are slightly different, and that is perfectly okay. Ew, stop. Oh, yeah. Give me my thumb. Okay, and we're going to bring this one right up here. Okay, let me get the glue off my thumb here. Maybe. I just don't want an episode like I had last time. Alright, so far here it's... Oh, okay. So far, here's what we've done to this tag. And I think that's quite cute, but I'm not done. I'm not done. I can't remember which one it's in. I think it might be this one. Am I backwards? No. Okay, there we go. Come on. Thank you. Alrighty then. Okay. And I'm just looking for some, like, excuse me, yellow gold, if I can get a hold of them. Wow, I cut my fingernails, I can't get a hold of nothing. Some little yellow gold gems that I think would just really bring this to life. And I just want to make sure I have enough of them to put them on here the way I'm thinking. If I do. La 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 la. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this one will go this way. Yes, okay. Alright. So the next step is to get our gems, of course, glued down as well. Okay. Now, put that over there, let it heat up a little bit more. Here is how our tag looks so far. Now I am going to reach back over here, I think. Maybe. Oh boy, yeah, okay. It's a little further back than I thought. That's alright, we're good. We're going to reach in here to our crinkle seam binding, and I've got this beautiful red that matches perfectly. And we're going to just cut a piece off. Now, I don't like super long tag top like pieces, like the hanging pieces. I don't want them super, super long. So I do try to give a good eyeball to what I'm working with. Move that a minute. Okay. Now this doesn't have to become totally straight, but I want it to be straight enough I can tell whether I've got a good length of it here for this, and so I can put it in here and get it tied up. So we will go through, and then I will take my strings and go up through just like this, give it a good tight tug. Okay, that's a little too long for my taste. We'll cut it down. And then here's our second finished tag. So that shows you can use the wood veneers, you can use the foam stickers, you can use gems, you can use pearls, you can use metallic pin, you can use... With tags, you can use almost anything you like. You really can. Alright, we're going to put this back away. because I think our next one we're going to have to do a different color. So, we'll pop that over there. The next tag I have is also a fabric tag. I will show you it before we do anything to it. It has flowers on it on the front, and on the back, it is a red writing space. So with it, I do have some stickers I want to use. Again, ow, my foot is going crazy. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my one, not really foot, knee, I guess is what it is. And it's not being very nice. So, let me see. I don't really want to use red again. I've already used it, and I don't want to use blue. Well, we could use green. There's green in a tag, so I think we use green. And I'll take a smaller length this time, not quite so crazy. That looks like it might be good right there. I'll put that back away a minute. I just want to make sure I can get this even as possible. Again, we make our little loop, come up, pull the strings through, tighten it down. That's okay this time. Okay, there we are. And now, pardon me. Let me pick this up and put this away. And we may do something else here. Just give me a hot minute. Okay. So this just goes put back over here because I use it off and on, especially when making tags and things. Alright. Let me see this guy. Do I have green in here? Not that shade of green. I do have pink. And I have... Okay. Alright, now which way's up? Okay, there it was. Alright. Let me get it open. I think we're going to do this one. I think it would work the best out of everything I've got. So, alright, we are now done with that. And that's it. There we go. I'm going to hot glue this bow up next to where I put my crinkle seam binding, and I'm not putting my finger down there very much because I don't want burnt. Ow. I said I wasn't going to do that, and then I did end up doing it. Well, that goes to show you. Alright. Okay. Let me just clean that up because I don't want the uglies back there. So here's all I've done so far, just to give it a little bit more flavor. I think it's cute. And then we're going to start with our bigger pieces here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Alrighty. And then we're going to lay this guy down here toward the bottom. And I'm not putting him exactly in the center because there's something else to go on here. But so far, there you go. There's our little Scotty dog and our little tag. I hate this stuff sometimes. It just goes everywhere that you don't want it to go. Okay. And then we're going to take this little butterfly and pop it right up here. I'm not done. That's just where we are with that one for the minute. Okay, here we go. There they are. Okay. We'll come back here. Okay. So let's get our gems on here. Oh, well, maybe not. I gotta get a glue stick, which is clear over here by you guys. Sorry. I am sorry, sorry, sorry. Let me move that for now. I'm sure you don't want to see my big old hand in the way. So, okie dokie. Let's get this in there. Now we can try to put our gems on here. Ooh, well, not if I keep doing that. Okay. And I think we'll go this way with this one. We'll come up here this way with this one. And then I need one more. If I can get a hold of it. Oh, come on. Why do you gotta fight me? Alrighty. I'm gonna put this guy back over here so I don't burn myself. Because I will. I have a bad habit of doing that. And here's this little tag now. So, this just goes to show you can use anything to make a tag. You really can. I mean, we have our wood veneers and a few pearls and a little metallic pin. Okay, then we have our gems, our foam stickers, and eyelet trim. And then on this one, we just took a bow and some pearl gems, and then our little dog and our little butterfly sticker. And all three of those are perfectly good enough to use now. So that is my little trick with tags. And in case you're wondering how I get the fabric on there, I use Mod Podge. I take and cut out my tag, I Mod Podge the tag piece, lay it down on the fabric that I want to use. Make sure to check your direction if it has one. And then I let it dry 24 hours before I do anything else to it, like this one, like with ribbon, because this is ribbon, and then this is actually just a piece of fabric. But yeah, use the Mod Podge, lay it down, let it dry 24 hours, and then if you need to, flatten it under a book, and boom, you're ready to go. And that's really all I do. I mean, I don't do anything else kind of special to it or anything. And I've made a various variety of the ribbon ones, and I've made a good variety of fabric ones, and I've actually enjoyed them all. Like, I enjoy using them. I enjoy, putting them into books and things, and I think it's great fun. So that is the tags I have for you this evening. I hope you have enjoyed it. And let me see, tomorrow, day 4, is a scrapbook layout. Now, this is going to be a base layout because we're going to add to it later. So I think we'll do a base layout. I've got an idea in my brain. Maybe we'll come together and see how it works. But please remember, my friends, smile. It makes people wonder what you're up to. Hug someone, anyone. It's good for you. It's good for them. It's medically proven. Then, of course, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Doesn't have to be in that order. And do it to the best of your ability. That way there's no negativity out in the world either. And thank you so much for watching. And if you're playing along, thank you for playing along. I hope to talk with you soon. Bye bye.